What's up, you guys? MikeSytes back here again. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to use this S Pen, but not only that, I'm going to give you all the tips, tricks, and secrets, and you're going to become an expert with this S Pen and this Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, and you're going to learn all of this right here, baby. Let's roll. So first up, this is the S Pen for the Galaxy S22 Ultra. So let's go ahead now and touch on the S Pen buttons, no pun intended. And as you can see, I've got three main features on my little baby: the S Pen button, the S Pen tip, and the clicky little button at the top, which has absolutely no purpose other than allowing me to remove the S Pen from the S22 holder. So the only button that will work is the one in the middle, and you can use this by holding it down, pressing once, or pressing twice. So what do you think is going to happen when you press this button 3 times? Well, keep watching this video. And as you can see, I can open my lock screen just by pressing that button 1 time. Doesn't it feel like I just launched a nuclear weapon? Let's hope you know who's not watching this video. So as soon as you remove the S Pen from the S22 cradle, the right on lock screen will appear and you'll be able to start taking notes immediately. And as soon as you tap the screen, that little message that you're looking at is going to disappear. Now you notice that I have the color palette on my top left, right? I'll be able to choose whatever color I want. In this case, I'm choosing green. And I'm just going to go ahead and write MikeSytes on my screen right now. You see that? And also at the very top, I've got my eraser tool. I can go ahead and just erase everything I've just written. And when I feel like using different colors, just so I can be more creative, well, this S22 Ultra allows me to do just that. And I can go ahead and write that special note to that special someone and save it. And can you believe that I can do all of this with my display screen still locked? Now, this is the type of thing that makes iPhone 13 Pro Max look bad. But we're just going to talk about what's good. So go to your settings and then you'll scroll up and look for advanced features. Now, once you get to advanced features, go ahead and touch on it. And if you scroll up a little bit, you'll find the S Pen menu, where that's the same menu system that's going to be on your Air Command display. I'm going to discuss that in just a few minutes, okay? And you can see here that all of the menu options that you have, and the first one that I clicked on is S Pen Unlock. Now, what this is going to do is allow you to be able to unlock your phone when you've been using your S Pen. Now, notice here, I'm in the locked position, right? But if I press this baby 1 time, it's going to bring up my security unlock screen. But that's not what I want. What I want to be able to do is to be able to open up my display, and I can do that simply if I am currently using my S Pen. You see what it says right here? Basically, if you're already using your S Pen and your screen display times out, well, you can press that little button to get back into your screen. Isn't that cool? And another thing that's cool is that you don't have to use this feature if you don't want to. But I know something that you do need to use. You need to take that little S Pen and tap that subscribe button. Hey, don't forget to hit that like button too while you're at it, okay? Now let me show you some more options, how you can get rid of that little pointer and then change your menu style. Go back to your S Pen settings menu and look for show pointer when hovering. Now you see that little thing that keeps following me around all the time? Kind of a pain, isn't it? But here's where you'll be able to make it go away. Take that little S Pen and set that show pointer when hovering to off. Now you'll be able to move around without anything following you up and down. So how about your Air Command menu? Do you even know what that is? Well, I'm going to show you anyway. If you go into your settings, touch on menu style. Now in menu style, you will have either standard view or compact view. And just so you know what it is, if you touch on the little pen icon on the right side of your S22 Ultra, you'll pull up this Air Command menu, and all of these are customizable. But for now, we just want to customize the way it looks, right? So I'm going to go back to my settings, advanced features, and then S Pen menu. And from there, we're going to look for menu style. Now you see I was just there, right? But this time I'm going to be rocking the compact version. Don't want anything too big, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm just a small YouTuber, right? Well, anyway, you can see that my Air Command menu has been customized. And another thing, you can open and close your Air Command menu simply by pressing the little button right there. You see how I just did that? You don't always have to touch that little animated pen on the right side. You can always make things happen from a distance. And speaking of distance, how about if you could get a notification warning on your Galaxy S22 Ultra each and every time you walked away from your S Pen? You think that could happen, huh? Well, don't you think that Samsung put this S Pen feature in this S22 for a reason? Well, let me show you how to set it up right now so that way you don't walk away from this video. Go to your Air Command menu and tap on the little cogwheel on the bottom left. That's where you're going to open up your settings, remember? And if you scroll up a little bit, what you're going to find is something that says Warn if S Pen is left behind. Now, this means that when you leave your S Pen behind, you're going to get a warning on your Galaxy S22 Ultra. And of course, you know, I wanted to put this to the test, so I left my S Pen on my desk and walked all the way to the other side of the house to see if I would get a warning on my phone. And guess what magically appeared as I was walking back to the studio? You got it. Well, maybe I got it. My S Pen. And this thing is so cool that it will even keep track of the last date and time that my S Pen was removed from my S22 Ultra. And since we just mentioned about date and time, how about write on calendar? You mean to tell me that I'll be able to write on my calendar with this little S Pen? You've got to be kidding me, right? Well, let me show you how to get this done the right way. No pun intended. Open your Air Command menu and look to the very bottom where you see that little plus mark that says Add. Now, once you touch on that, you'll be looking for a little green app that says Write on Calendar. And if you tap it once with your little S Pen, it's automatically going to be added to your Air Command menu. You see that? And if you don't believe it, I'm going to go ahead and open up my Air Command again and see it's at the very bottom. And all I have to do now is just to tap on it, and I have the ability now to write on my calendar. This is amazing. And the color of that little tracking bar will tell me what the color will be when I start writing on my calendar. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I pulled out my iPhone 13 Pro Max, opened up the calendar, started writing on it, and you know what? It worked, but there was only one problem. That little plastic sandwich bag that I was using, I had to pull that thing off. Started smelling like peanut butter. But you can see that on my Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, no bags on me, right? And I know that you can tell I'm happy about this because I'm drawing that little smiley face on there, right? But the thing that's so cool is that I can pinch to zoom, take this thing all the way up to 400% magnification and still write on the calendar, right? And not only that, but I can also adjust the thickness of the lines that I'm drawing with this S Pen, which will allow me to have much more precise and accurate details whenever it is I'm taking my notes on my calendar. And just as I told you before, you also have the ability to erase just like an ordinary pencil and paper, but there's nothing ordinary about this. This is an S Pen on a Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Now let's talk about another feature that you're going to love, Smart Select. Hey, didn't that sound intelligent? Well, it is, because you're going to be able to do some tricks with this that you won't be able to do with any other smartphone. So just like I was showing you before, go to your Air Command menu, open it up. Once you open that up, you're going to see Smart Select. It's probably going to be the third one down, just like mine, right? So go ahead and tap on it, and then you'll see some selections at the very bottom. Now, these are cutout tools. The one in the center is the oval cutout tool. Just to the left of that is the lasso tool. And at the bottom, far left, well, that's my rectangle cutout tool. Well, watch this. I'm going to be able to draw a rectangle around anything. Now, this is a cool one right here. Let me see if I can draw it. Now, you don't see the dotted lines, but trust me, it just cut that whole image out. And now from here, I'll be able to pin it. I'll be able to share it. I'll be able to save it. And there's so many other things that you can do with this Smart Select feature that I will cover in other videos. But for now, I'm just showing you the basics. You got me? And if I touch on that little button on the far right, well, that's going to be able to save my image to my gallery. You know, I'm going to go ahead and check it and see. Yep, there it is in my gallery, safe and sound. And if you guys want to be safe and sound, you can go ahead and hit that notification bell so that way you get all the updates on my videos. Got me? And now let's go ahead and take a look at your S Pen actions. And you mean to tell me that I can just wave this thing around in the air and it's going to perform functions just like that? Well, how do you do that? Well, I'm going to show you here. We're going to set it up. Go to your settings, and from there, you're going to scroll to go to Advanced Features. And just as before, we're going to our S Pen menu, right? You see it right there? Go ahead and touch on it. Now, once you're in your S Pen menu, at the very top, you're going to see where it says Air Actions. Now, this is a very important menu because this is going to allow you to make gestures and movements, and you'll be able to control functions of your Galaxy S22 Ultra almost like you're waving a magic wand or conducting a symphony orchestra. Anyway, I'm in the menu system, and you notice how I'm making sure that this feature is turned on. You see how it's connecting right now? But anyway, I'm going to tell you, it will not connect to your S22 Ultra unless you have this thing inserted into the holder. And I just proved myself correct. You know why? Because I got a disconnect. And I just probably saved you a whole lot of headaches, right? So what you need to do is to go ahead and reinsert your S Pen back into your S22 Ultra. And there you're going to see that it will begin establishing a connection. Now, let me explain something something to you before you get too happy. These air actions will only control certain apps, such as your music, your video, your photos. And as I'm about to show you right now, you're going to learn how to wave that little S Pen around and control your camera too, right? I guess you just been waiting for the highlight of this video. You know I did it right. So now I can go ahead and remove my S Pen from the holder, and you will notice that the air command menu will pop up, right? So listen, here's a trick. Just go ahead and tap on the screen. That's another way you can get rid of that. And you see how my S Pen is now available for my air actions, and it's showing 90% on my charge level? I don't even know how they got this thing to charge up. Well, anyway, here it is, the pièce de résistance, how to control your camera with your S Pen gestures. Well, I'm going to show you how to do it. And all you got to do is remember one important thing. Hold that little button down while you're waving your arms around like a crazy person, okay? And you also hold that button down when you want to open up that camera app. Do you see how I just did that? And notice how my rear camera is active right now, and I am wireless right now, baby. I don't even have to touch this S22 Ultra because I've got this S Pen in my hand right now. So what do you think I want to do right now? I want to take a photo of that. So I'm going to touch this little button one time. And did you see how that just clicked? And I can promise you it's saved in my photo gallery right now. And just so you know, this isn't some David Copperfield magic trick. I'm going to put my hand front and back so you can see that I'm talking about the rear of my camera, and the front of my camera is also here, my selfie camera. So how do I switch from rear camera to selfie camera? That's easy. Just take that little finger and double tap on that little button, and now I'm in selfie mode. Do you see that? And if I go ahead and double tap again, that'll put me right back into my rear camera, and all of this being done wirelessly on a Samsung Galaxy S Pen for my S22 Ultra. Hey, Apple, you need to be watching this video. Maybe you can develop something called an A Pen. Let's move to the next one. Air actions for your camera. Now, you mean to tell me I can swap modes on my camera and move my photos around in my gallery wirelessly with this little S Pen? You gotta be kidding me, right? Well, let me show you how to do this. Hold down the little button like I told you before and move your pen from left to right, and you're going to see I just went from photo to video mode. Now, isn't that crazy? And I can shuffle over to my pro camera modes without even touching my S22 Ultra. Now, this is cool. And there is another feature that you might not know about, your Air Actions camera menu. See that little blue icon on the side with that little S Pen showing there? Well, if you open that up, it's going to give you some instruction on exactly what you need to do to make things happen. Now, here's a tip. Don't take the tip of your pen and touch the screen because it's going to pull up your Air Command menu. You don't want that. All you got to do is just hover over it. And you can see how easy it is to follow those simple instructions, and I can manipulate my camera modes quickly. And now notice how I can take photos in succession, save them to my photo gallery, and the next thing that we're going to do is to go into the photo gallery, and we'll be able to do the same type of movements in order to move the photos around from left to right. You see what I'm saying? So check this out. This was tutorial number 1, and you remember I told you I'm going to have a series of tutorials for the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra and the S Pen. So we're going to continue this next time on camera features. You guys better stay locked, okay? I'm out. All right, you guys, thank you so much for letting me do this video for you. That was tutorial number 1. Guess what? Tutorial number 2 is coming up, and you guess what that is? You want me to give you a sneak preview on what it is, huh? Check this out. It's going to be on the camera system for the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, and you guys are going to be able to get all of the information that you need on the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra's camera system, baby, and we're going to have that for you next week, so you guys better stay tuned, and until then, live, laugh, and learn, baby. Peace. I'll see you guys on the next video.